Welcome back. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest questions left hanging at the end of a truly epic series. What in the world is West of Westeros? Let's get into it.
Okay, this line right here, it just perfectly captures the moment. The wars are finally over. All the names on her list, the whole no one thing, she's leaving it all behind. Arya Stark is shedding that heavy past to become something new. Not a killer, not a lady, but an explorer.
So every great adventure has to start somewhere, right? For Arya, it begins on a ship with just the perfect name, Niffican Hetton's Nold. That translates to Curiosity's Grace. I mean, how fitting is that? This ship is pointed straight into the great unknown, right off the edge of the known world. Now, she's not doing this solo. At the helm is a guy named Captain Lauren. He's a bravosi, which means he knows a thing or two about taking a massive risk for an even bigger payoff. He's exactly the kind of person you'd want leading a voyage into, well, into nothing. And get this, the crew he's put together, it's not some polished Royal Navy. Oh no, this is a real motley crew. We're talking seasoned sailors, ex-pirates trying to go straight, knights who've lost their titles, basically a whole bunch of adventurers who are either incredibly brave or just plain crazy. Every single one of them is looking for something out there in the vast emptiness.
Okay, so they set sail. But this journey was never going to be a smooth one, was it? The open sea, it's never really empty. It's a place filled with peril, with monsters, both the ones you can see and the ones that haunt your mind.
So after weeks of nothing but open water, something shifts. A totally unnatural quiet falls over everything. The sea becomes like a sheet of glass. A thick, soupy fog just rolls in, swallowing the sun, the stars, everything. The sails go slack. The ship is just stuck, trapped in this silent, gray limbo.
And in that creepy, suffocating silence, Arya starts to see things. Shadows, just under the surface, gliding through the water. The drowned. And worse, she can hear them, whispering her name, trying to lure her in. It's this absolutely terrifying test of her will.
Then bam! The silence is just obliterated by this monster storm. We're talking waves like mountains, lightning splitting the sky. The ship is getting tossed around like a toy. It's a desperate fight just to stay afloat. And when the sun finally comes up, the sea is calm again, but the crew is smaller. The ocean claimed its price.
So after surviving that ordeal, the crew, battered but not broken, finally spots land. And what they find, it's not just some random island. It's the kind of place you only read about in myths and legends. It completely defies belief. They actually find two islands, and they couldn't be more different. The first one is grim. Imagine cliffs made not of rock, but of the massive bones of some kind of giant, wingless, dragon-like creatures. But then there's the second island, the one they were really looking for. It's alive, a smoking volcano, deep green forests, and yep, circling overhead, real, living dragons. So it's here, on this island of myth, that Arya uncovers some truths that are going to completely rewrite everything she thought she knew. And one of those truths, well, it's just devastating.
Picture this. The ground is covered in them. Thousands upon thousands of petrified dragon eggs, looking exactly like the ones Daenerys had. There's no doubt about it. This place, this volcanic island, this is where all dragons come from. It's their birthplace.
But the eggs aren't even the biggest shock. Lying among them is a figure she knows all too well, Drogon. But he's wasted away, a shadow of the powerhouse he once was. And he's still there, faithfully guarding Daenerys' body. Can you even imagine? This incredible creature flew all the way back to his ancestral home, not to rule, but to die with his mother.
Okay, so you'd think that's the climax, right? But the journey's not done. They turn the ship around, heading for home. And on that return voyage, Arya stumbles upon one last, mind-bending discovery. This one has nothing to do with dragons, and everything to do with the deepest secrets of the world. They sail into this patch of ocean that's just glowing. A ghostly blue light coming from beneath the surface. And looking down, they can make out the shimmering towers of a sunken city. Now, Captain Lauren, he's had enough magic for one trip and wants to keep going. But Arya, you know her, that curiosity is just too strong. She has to go in.
And this is the moment she goes from just an explorer to something else. She dives down, following that light, and finds this incredible throne made of pure coral. There's a crown on it, and when she reaches out and touches it, bam! She's hit with visions just like Bran. She sees it all, the deep, ancient history of Westeros, the children of the forest, the first men arriving, and in that flash, she finally gets it. She understands what her brother went through and the weight he's carrying.
So years go by, and then, one day, a strange ship appears on the horizon and sails into a Westerosi port. And walking down the gangplank is a woman who looks weathered, hardened, completely changed. But it's her, it's Arya Stark, and she's home.
But let's be clear, she is not the same girl who left all those years ago. This is a true explorer. She's got maps of places no one has ever seen, stories of things you wouldn't believe. And there's a look in her eyes. The look of someone who has stared into the abyss and come back to tell the tale.
And where does she go? North. North of the Wall, where she finds Jon and Ghost. And in that final, emotional reunion, her first words to him aren't an ending. They're a beginning. A promise of incredible stories to come. You have no idea what I have to tell you. Which, of course, leaves us with the real question, doesn't it? What do you think was the very first thing she told him?